Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome to my channel, Working on the House. And in this episode, I'm going to be tackling the stairwell. Originally, we planned an extension to have access to a spare bedroom downstairs, which is on the lower ground floor. And there was going to be an ensuite bathroom there as well. But with the change in circumstances and the budget running out of control, we've basically decided to close off the stairwell gap, and we're going to give ourselves much more room in the family room area, which to us is the most important thing. And we were possibly going to make downstairs self-contained, so we had sort of more options open to us later on, either for possibly rental or Airbnb, something like that. But anyway, it gives us more options. I feel at this point really I should mention something about the shorts really. I know my dad would be really proud of me. Um, Obviously I've got maximum use out of an old pair of jogging bottoms when the bottoms completely wore out through the knees. Instead of throwing them away, I decided to cut them off. It was a really hot summer, and I didn't have enough shorts. I certainly didn't want to ruin any of my nice shorts. So yeah, I decided to cut them that way. Make them short shorts. Obviously, looking back on video footage of them, they're not the most attractive things. That combined with my COVID DIY haircut, yeah, it's not a great look. So I can only apologise, but I think everyone was in the same boat. So hey, c'est la vie. It took us a long time to actually come to the final decision to close off the stairwell, because obviously we had intentions of having access to downstairs for the spare room, and obviously that would have given us better access to the back garden, which would have been nice. Um, but once we finally committed, we knew it was the right decision to make. But we also know in the back of our minds that potentially we could reverse it and we could incorporate that into part of the house as well. So the whole plan was to do it in a non-destructive way. So once this is done, if we decide to change it in the future and actually have the staircase going down to the downstairs, it'll be quite easy. And this structure can just be removed, and we can put a staircase in quite easily. What you can see me doing here is I'm installing 4 timber to timber joist hangers, and I've basically bent the excess material over and I'm tucking that underneath the floor, so it's not just relying on the nails for the strength, it's actually got the tab hanging over the top of the joist. Just makes it much stronger. So I'm using 4 joist hangers and it will be a ladder type structure. So 2 long horizontals with noggins in between, which will be used to mount the floorboards onto. So here we go, once again, familiar story. The joists were purchased at a different time obviously, and the dimensions aren't quite exact, so I'm having to mess around by trimming them using a planer and sort of letting out a small notch where the joist hanger is, so it fits into it like a sort of a saddle, as it were, because obviously I don't want to cause a big junction underneath where I come to do the plasterboard, because otherwise it would have been a big step and it would have been quite difficult for the plasterer to have lost that difference. So quite a lot of tweaking and adjusting was required, as you'll see in the next footage. So there we have it, that's the ladder structure suspended between the tripled up joists either end, completely free from the wall, so there's no damage to the main wall, and we'll be able to easily remove this and fit a staircase should we decide to go that route in the future. With the structure complete, I can top out with the chipboard flooring. The chipboard flooring is typical me, it's recycled from when I demolished the original extension, and it's not quite the same thickness as the flooring that's down there now, so I have some of this sound insulating foam left over from another job, so I decided to put that underneath, and that will actually pack out the flooring to match pretty much the flooring that's down. And also obviously it's going to help reduce any sound transmission from upstairs to downstairs, and if we decide to use it as a let or Airbnb, obviously the quieter it is for both upstairs and downstairs the better, so I decided to go with that. Unfortunately I thought I might have enough of the laminate flooring left over. Unfortunately I worked it out so close that no, I didn't quite have enough laminate flooring, so but we knew that the sofa was going to cover this space anyway, so we ended up just putting the sofa over the top of the gap. So yeah, we'll rectify that at a later date when the budget allows it. Final stage of the project, I've installed rock wall insulation, making sure that I fill all the nooks and crannies, and made sure there's no gap for sound to travel through, and then I fitted plasterboards using my plasterboard lifter, which is an absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Definitely worth getting hold of one if you need to do any overhead work, makes life so much easier. And there you go, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoy putting them together. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. That would really help the channel, make it grow. And I'll hopefully see you in the next one.